Kyrie, it seems like you guys really had to dig deep in this last couple weeks of the regular season. You lock in the 7th seed. What has it been like trying to keep the energy up in these ball games to close and building that cohesion too?
Well, every game was pretty much a must-win. So I think it gave us a great test, a great challenge, and I'm glad we passed a few of them. And we got to learn some lessons, and now we get to carry some of that momentum on to Tuesday.
In reading the game and what you guys needed, Kevin was facilitating career high 16 assists. Drummond had a double-double early. What were you seeing out there in the ways that you wanted to attack to help the team today?
Oh, I mean, they were doing a good job just attacking the paint, so I was just following suit. Saw my first few go in, so I just wanted to keep attacking. And, we're just a dangerous team when we're playing with that type of pace on the offensive end, and then we're getting stops. But as you see, there's still some up and downs within the flow of the 48 minutes that we just have to clean up and fix. And I think once we settle into the attention to details and we're able to think the game on a higher level, and we're forced to think the game on a higher level because, it's the playoffs. So every possession is going to matter. The crowds are going to be into it. So we just want some carryover as we get better game to game. For us, we know that we could come up with every excuse in the world of what happened this season. So many different things transpired, ups and downs, and now we're finally here, and we're able to perform with one another for the first time in a high-intense environment such as the playoffs. It's a great challenge, and I'm looking forward to it, and I know our guys are too.
Kyrie, 2 for you real quick. Kevin had 16 assists tonight. I mean, just where have you seen his playmaking go to a different level this season?
PG from PG County, man. I told him that in the locker room, just to get a good laugh out of him. But when he's a playmaker like that, and he's allowing the game to come to him, and as you see, he didn't particularly shoot the ball as well as he wanted to tonight. But when you have 16 assists and 10 rebounds, I mean, he had another triple-double tonight. So it just shows you how special he is when he allows the game to just flow, and he's not just overthinking or anything like that. He's just being himself. And the other night when we had him up here talking, you could hear he just has a poise about him. 14 years in this league, he's seen almost everything, all the adjustments. So nights like tonight happen for him because he just plays the game the right way.
And second, kind of piggybacking off Grady's question, I mean, you guys had 4 guys score 20 or more tonight. Is that kind of a sign that things are trending in the right direction offensively, even if it wasn't a pretty game?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We don't want to take nights like this for granted, especially when we felt like we were going to get tested by the Indiana Pacers. They've had some tough games as of late against the top teams in the Eastern Conference, been back and forth. I was watching some film on them before I came in here today and yesterday. So, we just were well prepared. And, again, we just have to carry on those lessons that we learned for the last few games of just putting a full 48-minute game together where things are not going to go perfect, but we're able to control those, 5-minute spurts where we're not scoring on the offensive end, and defensively we're just in the right spots.
Kyrie, you talked about the ups and downs you've gone through this year. I mean, do you think that makes you guys a stronger team, or it does something for you heading into the playoffs that you've been able to weather that together?
Yeah, I think it has forced us to grow closer very quickly, and really focusing on what's going on in the locker room and what we want to accomplish, right? We could preach championship every single day. We know that's the goal for being an NBA player when you're in the season, is to really finish out the season with being the number 1 team, last team standing. So we could preach that every single day, but again, I don't want to take these days for granted where we really get to know one another in uncomfortable situations. So that starts in film, that starts in preparation, it starts in the way you understand your teammates' nuances, the way they like to prepare, and just finding a balance. We have to bridge a lot of gaps here, in a short amount of time. Guys have seen so many different systems, and we all go back home and probably think some different things. So when we come into the locker room, we really just got to be on the same page. And I think that we've really done that as a team, and we just have to continue to do that.
All right, you guys got Cleveland on Tuesday now. Since you just saw them, what are your thoughts going into that?
let's get it on. This is a special time of the year. Going against a team such as the Cavaliers is something to look forward to, something to really go home and think about all the possessions that happened the other night and learn from them, and then take what you can into Tuesday, because they're going to make adjustments. We're going to make adjustments, and it's going to be an all-out battle.
Kyrie, you didn't get the postseason you would have wanted last year. You didn't get, I'm sure, the regular season you would have wanted this year. I mean, how much does the next starting Tuesday mean to you personally to have a chance to sort of go on some kind of run here, maybe?
To be honest with you, I feel like I haven't had the last 3 seasons I've won it, from the bubble to getting injured in the second round. And then this year, for me, being 27 years old and now being 30, or 27 at that time, now being 30, I feel like, the last 3 seasons for me, I've only had glimpses of, kind of my own expectations and where I wanted to land. Last year, felt like I took leaps and bounds offensively and defensively. And then this year, I wanted to continue on with that, some carryover. So as I get ready for Tuesday, I'm glad that I get a day or a few hours to reflect and think about what has transpired in this journey. Very appreciative and grateful. I don't want to take anything for granted. I don't want to say I have any regrets, and let the past be where it's at. Move forward with a clean focus and move together with some guys that really enjoy playing the game of basketball, and just live with the results on Tuesday. But we're going to come out ready to play.
Kyrie, you've obviously played in the biggest games that the league can offer, but you haven't played in a play-in game yet. How does the intensity you feel going into Tuesday compare to how it feels to start a playoff run?
Well, number one, I think this is, I think somebody's in the back room, hip, hip, hooray, and whoever created the play-in tournament. Because last year you get Steph and LeBron. This year you get me and KD going against the Cavs in the play-in game, and then you have in the Western Conference, Minnesota and the Clippers. So I guess somebody's in the back room saying that this works. But as a competitor, this is, it feels like one of those game 6s, game 5s, game 7s where it's a must win. And that the ball is going to be tipped, and it's not going to really depend on anything other than will, skill, how well you prepared, physicality, how well you know the other team's offensive schemes, and really paying attention to the possessions in 3-minute spurts. So the other team's going to go on runs, and you just got to be prepared to really withstand it. You just don't know what can happen in games like that. And, you could shoot well, you can't shoot well. So you just got to prepare for anything that could happen, and really come in with a fearless attitude going against another great team. So I'm looking forward to it. And I know you guys are as well. And like I said, somebody's in the back that created the play-in tournament. Like, yes, this works. So let's get it on. Yeah.